All right, let me find one more thing. All right. I think we're good to go.
Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world, they can change your heart, they can change your mind, they can change your life. That possible can change your world.
All right, my beautiful people, thanks so much for tuning in. You see all the boxes, you see everything that's going on. We are having just a good time here, just being our own Black Wall Street in my very own space. That's right. Anyway, this is ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator. We're going to be going through how to turn your business idea from dream to reality, and we're focusing on developing a strategy tonight. So hopefully you had a wonderful time last night. We are back again. What's going on, Mr. Smith? Got to catch up with you at some point in time. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, today's episodes are brought to you by my very own self. We got the hooded dashikis that are available to you. That's right. Any donation or any purchase that you make actually goes to helping feed the children in Africa. That's right. That's right. It's not about necessarily what you do, but how you do it. So these are little kids in the Congo, Republic of Congo. So your purchases are going to help bring food to about 1,000 children, receive some schooling, and receive some extra love. It only takes a little bit of money to make a big difference when it gets into the right hands. So go ahead and get your dashiki here. We got one more red, one left. We got one orange still left, one left. The hooded dashiki. You see the hood? That's right. Go ahead and do that thing for it. Yep. Got a couple blacks in the building. I got one yellow left, and I got one blue. All the purples are gone. All right. So you go ahead and order. It's $25 plus shipping. I think shipping is really, really inexpensive. It's probably about $3 to ship across the country. So go ahead and give me hit me up 678-851-2400. Inbox me, whatever you got to do to get in touch with me. Give me a call. One call. That's all. And that's it. I'm not going to talk about too much else. We want to get right into what we're here to do here tonight. We're here to help you build your business. So thanks so much for tuning in, Wanda, Miss Johnson. What's going on, Charles Smith, Kelvin Roberts. Benissa's back in the building. She been Benissa's been on fire. She has been doing her thing. She came to us a couple days ago, and she's just been growing ever since, because we've been going through a process on how you can actually strategize your way to success. Everybody put in the comments below, strategize your way to success. I'm gonna strategize my way to success. I'm not gonna hope to reach success. I'm not going to luck my way into success. I'm going to strategize my way to success. So yesterday, let's get right into it, guys. You know, matter of fact, let me just make sure you know that you can go to www.ergj.net to find out everything that's going on. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up, but I don't have time to tell you all that stuff. Just go to the website, go ahead and scroll down and see everything that we have coming up. I'm going to be in Augusta on Saturday delivering some true 17 cases of true coming to Augusta, if not more by the time I get there. Just go to the website. And if those that want to know what's really going on, then you're going to go ahead and join Club Millie, because that's what is really popping. That is where it is popping. But anyway, we were starting to talk about strategizing or developing a strategy, right? So we started with the concept. So you have a concept in your head of what you want to do as far as the business is concerned, or what you want to do as far as expanding your business. Maybe you got a new service you want to bring into the world, whatever the case may be. What's going on, Mr. Thomas? How are you? Coco in the building. Thanks so much for tuning in. Miss KT Washington, that is our distributor in Virginia. Thanks so much for tuning in as well. We are going nationwide. So yesterday we talked about, first you wanted to specify your audience as it relates to this section. And the question that you want to ask yourself is, who are you targeting? Right, and then you wanted to know your audience, right? And then the question you wanted to ask there was, what do you know about who you are targeting? And then you wanted to know what your audience values. Know what your audience values. And the question that you want to ask yourself, what we left off with yesterday, well, what is it worth to them? So of course, we are going through the book, The Execution Pipeline. You can find this at www.ergj.net. And of course, if I recommended the book to you, then why not get it through me? This is by a Black author as well. It's a step-by-step guide on how to turn your business idea from dream to reality. What's going on? Elite Designs in the building. So we're going to continue to talk about developing a strategy. And here's the deal, guys. I want to make sure you got your notes, because this is not just me entertaining you. No. This is us empowering one another. So you're going to be sharing some things with us. We're going to be sharing some things with you. And we're going to just make sure that you're heading down the right path to your success, to your business success, to your venture being prosperous. Because here's the deal. We don't just start a business to compete. I must say this each and every night. We don't do it to compete. We do it to dominate. See, when Facebook came around, they didn't say we're just going to compete with all the social media sites. No, they said we're going to dominate. When Bill Gates created Microsoft, we're just going to compete with whatever's going on at the time. No, we're going to dominate. So your business or your nonprofit, you got to ask yourself, how are you going to be the absolute best? How are you going to take it to another level? And you must have some type of strategy to do that, right? Derek Brock said, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. We have come to dominate. And when we dominate, we begin to take our own businesses, our own communities back, because now we have them begging for our services, right? We have them wanting to come and buy from us instead of us always buying from them. We have come to dominate. Matter of fact, Dr. Claude Anderson says that is the first level, economics and business, right? So my goal is to help you as a part of my contribution back to the village is to help you as a aspiring business owner, as I what they call it, a entrepreneur, and then also the entrepreneur to take it to the next level. Well, let's get right on into what we're talking about tonight. We're going to go into step 31. Let's see how many we're going to read tonight. 1, 2, 3. Maybe get down. We're going to do 3 or 4. All right, so number 31, we want to strategize your plan. Everybody put down in the comments below, strategize your plan. It's time for you to think seriously about how you intend to accomplish your mission and vision. Many people know what they want to accomplish, but very few take the time to plan how they'll accomplish it. Strategize your plan. Your execution plan for your mission and vision will form your strategy. In his book, Good Strategy, Bad Strategy, The Difference and Why It Matters by Dr. Richard Remote, he describes strategy as a type of problem solving. He teaches that good strategy has an underlying structure called a kernel. The kernel has 3 parts. Number 1, the diagnosis. A diagnosis that defines or explains the nature of the challenge. Number 2, a guiding policy. A guiding policy for dealing with the challenge. And then number 3, coherent actions. Coherent actions designed to carry out the guiding policy. So in his book, he says he got 3 parts of this kernel, which is the underlying structure of a good strategy: a diagnosis, a guiding policy, and coherent actions. So for example, your diagnosis might be to satisfy hungry customers. So I want to ask you right now, as you think about your concept, your venture, the thing that you want to do, the thing that you want to bring to the earth, what is your diagnosis? What are you trying to do? What's the nature of the challenge? What problem are you trying to solve? Then he said a component of your guiding policy for dealing with the diagnosis is to produce food at a low cost and a rapid rate. So as you think about what it is that you're looking to solve, now you're looking at, okay, well, how can you actually deal with the problem? How can you deal with the challenge in a way that's going to be beneficial, profitable, and all that stuff for yourself? And he said, so finally, a coherent action to execute the guiding policy is to have the quickest service of any fast food restaurant while serving customers at a drive-through window. So you have a diagnosis, your guiding policy, and then your coherent actions. And so that in your comments, not in your comments, in your notes, that's what I want you to put, because you should have notes. In your notes, you want to put, okay, I've recognized my diagnosis. I've recognized my guiding policy. Basically, I've recognized my problem. I've recognized how I want to actually solve that problem and the actions I'm going to take to do it. I recognize my problem. I see how I can solve that problem, and here are the actions that I'm going to take to do it. No problem, man. Now think about your concept in the same framework. The nature of your concept likely comes from a need you see in the marketplace. This is your diagnosis. Next, think of your guiding principles for dealing with the challenge. To identify these, think about the 3 to 5 operating principles you consider necessary for your business or organization. Finally, once you clarify these, identify the action steps needed to execute these principles. Right? So let's repeat that again. The nature of your concept likely comes from a need you see in the marketplace. What need do you see in the marketplace? All right, no problem. And then this is your diagnosis, right? Next, you're going to think of your guiding policies for dealing with the challenges, right? How are you going to deal with this need that you see? To identify these, think about the 3 to 5 operating principles you consider necessary for your business organization. Then finally, once you clarify these, identify the action steps needed to execute these principles. So here's the question that you want to answer or ask and have an answer to in your notes as it relates to your concept. How are you going to accomplish your mission and vision? How are you going to accomplish your mission and vision? Now, here's the thing. It's sometimes I guess it could be hard, but we get to the point where it sounds good. Like, I want to do this, and you create your vision statement, your mission statement. But now we're talking about the action steps. How you're actually going to go and do it. So it's one thing to have the pie in the sky. Now we're getting to the point where we're developing a strategy on actually accomplishing everything that we have talked about thus far, right? So how are you going to accomplish your mission and your vision? There may be some people here that say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and let you know how I'm going to accomplish it. You might already have the plan. If you don't, that's okay, because that's what this part of the book is for, to help you to start getting an idea and trying to figure out your plan of attack. Everybody put in the comments below, my plan of attack. You have to have, you don't go into a battle without having a plan of attack. And if you don't think that the business world is a battle, it is the concrete jungle, you must have a plan of attack. How do you plan to attack the problems, the situations, the issues that people are dealing with, and this need or this problem that you want to solve? A plan of attack. All right, number 32. All right, we talked about now we've talked about the strategize your plan. Now we're going to talk about deliver your product or service. Deliver your product or service. So if you have a product, obviously you're going to say deliver your product. Or if you have a service that you're looking to bring, you're going to say deliver a service. So whichever that one is for you. Are you bringing a product, or are you bringing a service to the marketplace that's going to bring value? Whichever one that is, you're going to say that. Deliver my product or deliver my service. So whatever it is for you and your business concept, whichever that is, that's what you're going to put down below. Deliver your product or deliver your service. So whether you manufacture candles, bake cakes, provide strategic planning services, or run a community development corporation, you need an efficient and effective. You need an efficient and effective. You need an efficient and effective way to deliver your resources to your customers, clients, and beneficiaries, right? Efficient and effective. See, this is why when I started talking about distribution, I knew one of the biggest problems we're going to have was going to be in shipping, because we needed to find an efficient and effective way to get this product across the country so that other people could distribute. We needed to figure out an efficient and effective way to do that, right? Now, the Gifted Education Foundation uses a 4-phase strategy to support low-income students. The 4 phases are not inextricably linked, yet they work somewhat interdependently. Ideally, a student discovers our foundation in 9th grade and receives our support through high school, college, or even after they enter the workforce. However, some students leave the program in the 11th grade when they complete the Gifted Preparatory School, which is phase 1. Other students with enough talent can bypass the Gifted Preparatory School and enter into the Foundation's Gifted College Access Program, which is phase 2. This model demonstrates the value of a structured process that helps you govern the delivery of your product or service. Do you have a structured process? Do you have a structured process? And I can tell you this, guys, that if you don't, you need to come up with one. Consider it and think about it. Like, do I really have something that's structured? Because what structure looks like, it's like, here is the way in which we do things pretty much all the time, right? When an order comes in, here's how we process it. When when a call comes in, here's how we take the phone call. Here's how I answer my phone. You have a process for pretty much everything that you do that has that relates to customer-facing experiences. Right. And we're not just the customer that's going to buy something, but even your customers who are your clients, who are your partners. Right. You have a process for everything. Why? Because as you grow, right, and you bring on more people, because I'm expecting you to grow and you're going to hire more people where they're going to have to learn your process. So everybody put in the comments below, process. They have to learn your process. And if you don't have a process in place where your business is doomed to fail, or you're going to have bad customer service results because no one knows the process. Everybody's just doing what they want to do and they think that is right. And everybody who thinks that they're right, they know that they're right because they think that they're right. But they are maybe right, but they're not right in context of how you want your business to run, how you want your business to operate. You must establish effective or strategic structured processes, right? There are different levels as you move up. Process. And it helps you to govern the delivery of your product or service. The structured model provides a formula of how you choose to solve your focal problems. As you move forward, examine some of your competitors and learn their delivery models. Understand the pros and cons of their models so you can create a better delivery method. You should also study 3 to 5 successful business models that have nothing to do with your market. For example, you might examine the attributes of the best airline company or the finest dining experience. In his book, Good to Great, Jim Collins offers tremendous insight into how great companies became the best companies in the world. I would recommend you read that book and learn from the model companies Collins discusses. One last bit of advice on this subject. Don't underestimate the usefulness of examples of failure. Consider what weakness doomed Blockbuster when Netflix and Redbox hit the market. Other comparative models of failure include Kmart, when they compared with Walmart, Circuit City versus Best Buy, and the entire bookstore industry against Amazon. A great book to use when thinking about examples of failure is How the Mighty Fall, also written by Jim Collins. You might want to put in your notes Jim Collins. This guy seems to be pretty smart. And he's probably might be a pretty, I've never read anything about Jim Collins, but he's mentioned him twice. So he might be a good business dude to know. So also written by Jim Collins. Wherever you choose to look for delivery examples, make sure you take the time to thoroughly examine the best strategic delivery model for your venture. And here's the question you want to ask and answer in your notes as it relates to this section. What process of delivery will you use? What process of delivery will you use? Now, they mentioned quite a few examples. Blockbuster and Netflix, right? Where's Blockbuster today? Extinct. Why? Because they didn't want to evolve, right? They saw the young bucks coming with the creativity of how media services would be in the future. They didn't take the opportunity to go ahead and buy out Netflix when they had the chance. Netflix said, okay, well, we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing. And then next thing you know, Netflix is a $32 billion company and Blockbuster is so be gone, right? Circuit City, how many guys remember Circuit City? I don't know that story, but clearly Circuit City didn't do something right. They didn't evolve. So all we're talking about is evolution, right? If you are a business owner now and you don't have a social media presence, something is wrong. I went to the store the other day, yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday. And I went to a screen print place, right? And I was just talking to them. I wanted to know, hey, good, y'all got some good Malcolm Gladwell, Peter Sims. So these are some authors you wanna write down. If you're serious about getting in business, you're gonna study business people. So I went to the screen print store because I want to know, okay, what are you doing to mail your stuff? Because I got stuff, I got shirts and stuff. So I was like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing to mail your stuff? I mean, we was talking for a little bit, and then I talked to him a little bit more, and I was like, okay. I was like, well, I might come back and do some business with you guys. I was like, you got a website? He was like, no. I was like, you ain't got a website? Like, you think I'm finna come drive back up here to get some screen printing when I can just go online and get it done? Like, why would I do that? Like, so I'm saying, they may be good right now, right? They may be all right. You know, they've been in business for a while, but they're not looking to evolve. And I'm telling you, eventually, if you do not evolve, you will become extinct. We are moving to a world where you're going to get everything at the tip of your fingertips by going on the net. So for you to be a business owner, I don't care what kind of business, and you don't have any type of social media presence, any type of internet presence, you are so far behind that you're going to get lapped around the field. What are you thinking about? Everybody is on the internet, but yet you don't want more customers. You must think, okay, we're just going to keep growing organically and it's just going to work. No, I'm telling you, learn from Circuit City. Learn from Blockbuster. Learn from these people who decided that they were just not going to evolve. They were going to stay the same way they were, and they found themselves out of business. Right? Evolve. Evolve with the times. The times change for a reason. Right? The seasons change for a reason. Evolve. So the question you want to ask yourself was, what process of delivery do you plan to use with your business? And then we'll do number 33, and then we'll stop here. The 33 is format your venture. Format your venture. Go ahead and type that in the comments below. Format your venture. Now, before you begin developing your venture, you'll need to decide on the best angle for your approach. You'll need to decide on the best angle for your approach. Now, this means that you've done some research. This means that you've looked into quite a few things, and you're just figuring out the best way to actually, the best angle, the best way to actually approach this thing so that it'll be successful. I know you. That's what I said. I saw opportunity when I was like, "Oh man, we need to come in overhaul your business." But you know they got to be open for that, Darren. All right. So, for example, if you're a committee chairperson of a local church that has decided to organize a 5K run walk to save whales, you're operating a single project, not a full-blown business. A few years back, my son's elementary school discovered they weren't engaging enough fathers, so they called a few dads willing to take on the daunting task of pulling more men away from work to volunteer at the school. In this example, we would define their angle as a community project. Each type of activity requires a different approach for defining, designing, and delivering. Each activity requires a different approach for defining, designing, and delivering. You have to recognize the difference between the various approaches and know the best direction for your situation. And this is kind of what we were talking about, but he's like, we got to know how we want to approach this thing, how we want to structure our business as it relates to what we're trying to do. I'll give you a great example because Mr. Brock may still be here. I'm not quite sure if he is or not. But Mr. Brock came and spoke to our organization about 1.5 years ago. And what he talked to us about was how it's important to understand infrastructure. A lot of times we focus on what we want to do. We focus on the money. We focus on sales. But too often in our community, we don't focus on infrastructure. So after he had this conversation with me, I was thinking about how do I want to really structure my business? Because I could go nonprofit, right? That would be a structure I could go because I'm serving the community, I'm serving the youth. But then I started looking around, saying there's a whole bunch of nonprofits out here that's already doing this. So I decided I was going to go with the structure of being a for-profit organization. And because I chose to do that, that now allows my company to actually be hired by the nonprofits and be paid by the grants. Because they still have to bring in experts to teach in this particular arena that my company serves. So it actually put me in a better position because I still can go out and do what I do as far as drawing up business, but then I can also partner with the nonprofit and become their service to provide to those that are underserved. So it's all about understanding your angle of how you want to proceed with your business. So you have to recognize the difference between the various approaches and know the best direction for your situation. This will help everyone involved understand the underlying objective and the means to that desired end. For example, you don't want your people wasting time to set up a 501c3 for a nonprofit when you're really developing a community project that will have a completion term. Some things are just not necessary. Know your objective first. Everybody put that in the comments below. You must know your objective first. What are you trying to accomplish in the first place? Before you start going all these different directions, making things more complex, making them more difficult, what do you want to accomplish? Once you know the end goal, you can work your way back and make things easy. What are you trying to accomplish? Know your objective first. Then begin building an infrastructure to support it. Talk to others. Get wisdom. Don't think and operate in isolation. Take the time to select the best format that will bring you to your objective, then go for it. So here's the question that you want to answer as it relates to this section. What is the best format for your venture? What is the best format for your venture? Man, got a little ways to go here, guys. Oh, development strategy is a little long. We're going to stop there. What is the best format for your venture? So tonight, guys, we've talked about, we started here. We started talking about strategizing your plan. We talked about developing your product or service and also formatting your venture. And hopefully you're starting to put together piece by piece this strategy that you're going to have to actually go out and accomplish your mission or your vision for your business. And this is the time here at Boss Fest where we just do that. We just invest in you so to help you to get where you want to go. Help you to actually change the way that you think so you can get better results for your business, for your idea, whatever the case may be. And it also may be encouraging for other people who, have really never had the desire to own a business, but now they're thinking about it. So that's what we're doing here today to try to help you do that. And so right now, I'd like to ask you to leave some of your comments. Leave me your feedback. How was tonight? It was pretty brisk and easy. We could go through one more, but I don't feel like it. I got some other stuff to do. But what was your takeaways from tonight? What did you learn today? Because this is all about you. This is all about you growing. This is all about you taking it to the next level. So I'd like to know what you learned today. And while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and leave my credits here because we do got something else for you. I showed you the hooded kente, hooded dashikis, right? $25. You can give us a call. One call, that's all. But we also have some great sashes as well. These are those sashes that you put on. All of this is from Africa, straight from Africa. All of this stuff is straight from Africa. And when you make a purchase, portion of your proceeds are actually going to go back to feed the children in Africa. So this is a sash, a black and white sash. I really like this. I don't know whether they are men wear these or not, but maybe they do in Africa. I don't know. I don't know. You guys got to tell me. But we have that black and white one, and then this is the most popular one, of course. This is the kente sash. All this stuff. This is straight from Ghana, I believe. I think this is straight from Ghana. So your kente sash. These are great graduation gifts, right? These are great graduation gifts. They can walk down the graduation gift. They sash on as well. So this is great. I'm going to have the 2017 ones as well. These sashes are going to be $20, okay? $20. Easy to ship. Not going to be a whole bunch of shipping costs, right? Real easy to ship. And, you can get your sash from Africa. How many of you guys got one of these at your house already? You already got the nice little sash. How many of you guys got that at your house right now? It's not a T-shirt, right? Fold up just like that. Boom, bam. Right there. You like that? That's nice, huh? I thought I like this. Yeah, these are nice. So you want to go ahead and put your order. Give us a call. 678-851-2400. Hit me up on my inbox, and we will make sure we get you taken care of. Got a lot of orders already going out. So that's what that is. You said not you? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah. So only one person wrote. I thought you learned a ton. Okay, fantastic. One person learned a little bit tonight. So anyway, that's our time here tonight, guys. We're going through the book again, The Execution Pipeline. You can give us a call for any of this stuff. The dashiki, the hooded dashiki, $25. The sash is $20. We get you taken care of. I'll be in Augusta on Saturday doing the whole true thing, and that's kind of that. So anyway, I'm ERGJ Certified Financial. Oh, here we go. Great session. Write the number. I'm probably talking too fast, huh? I'm sorry. A great session as always. I learned tonight in planning my strategy. I must first know my objective first by knowing my end goal. Absolutely. Know your objective first and format your venture. And what process model will I use? Absolutely. Thanks so much. So we got that going for you guys. Next thing we're gonna get the women. You guys have been asking for the women's dresses, so I'm gonna work on that. And then I'm gonna get with some other people. We're gonna work on that as well. But that's our time tonight. ERGJ Certified Financial Educator. We'll be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow before I head out on Saturday. We'll go through another few steps here to help you to actually develop your business. Remember this, guys. It takes a village, but it starts with us. Let's build, let's build, let's build as we climb together. What sizes are the dresses? I don't have those. I'll have to print those up. I don't have the sizes just yet, so I don't have them just yet. I got to order them, so I'll let you know what size when I get ready to order them. All right, guys, let's build as we climb together. You guys have a good night.
Change your world.